So guys, I'm starting a new series on Ben 10 character evolution videos. One of my favorite characters is Diamondhead, so I thought, why not cover everything from start to finish about Diamondhead in this video? But just focusing on Diamondhead wasn't fun, so I included all the Petrosapiens as well. Yes, along with Diamondhead, all the Petrosapiens are in this video. Now the fun is doubled, but still, I'm not happy. You guys didn't like the video, so please like it. If you're wondering why it matters, when I get many likes, I feel encouraged and put in more effort for you to enjoy. So, give the video a like now. Before starting, I'd like to ask how many Petrosapiens are in this video. You haven't seen it yet. I want to see how many you guessed at the end of the video, 10, 12, 15, or more. You'll know at the end. Don't comment now, comment at the end. So, let's start this awesome video. Let's talk about the beginning, when it was showed first time and people liked it. Yes, I'm talking about classic Diamondhead. Diamondhead appeared in the first episode when Ben 10 gets Omnitrix for the first time. And with that Omnitrix, a lot of Vilgax bots starts appearing for Ben. While small robots came, the group handled them using other aliens. But when a big robot arrived, Diamondhead stepped in. For the first time, we saw this awesome alien who attracted everyone from his first appearance. He was so cool, and I liked him instantly. He became my favorite alien. Not only does he look better, but Diamondhead also defeated that giant robot in the first episode. And the story continues, but in the middle of the same story, another Petrosapien enters, and that is Tetrax. Like at first, we thought only Ben had the alien species he transformed into. But as the episode progresses, we see the first alien species of Ben's Omnitrix, Tetrax, whose DNA is also in Ben's Omnitrix, when they came to Earth to capture Ben and snatch his Omnitrix, sent by Vilgax. We saw how powerful can a Petrosapien be, the way it uses his power. Ben never used it like that before. Ben used its power in a simply way, right? After seeing Tetrax, we realized it's a very powerful alien, just underrated. But not that much. Why, I'll tell you soon. If you move forward slowly, then you will enjoy the story, and you will get to see another Diamondhead form in the series, but without Ben transforming into it. By absorbing the Omnitrix's power, Kevin gains the DNA of many aliens, and we see him transform into Diamondhead. Initially, we see a typical episode where Kevin and Ben become friends. Meanwhile, Kevin absorbs the Omnitrix, but he loses his power in the end. In another episode, his power returns, allowing him to easily transform into all 10 of Ben's aliens. Then in the same episode, for the first time, we saw Kevin transform into a Diamondhead. The only difference was he lacked the Omnitrix logo. Kevin was badly beaten by Ben because he lacked Ben's experience with the Omnitrix. Then, we see another episode where Ben doesn't get the Omnitrix, but Gwen gets it. This was a what-if episode where the Omnitrix meets Gwen. I mixed it with the omniverse one. Telling it separately wasn't fun, so I didn't. There's not much difference. So when the Omnitrix meets Gwen instead of Ben, the Vilgax robots attacking Ben starts attacking Gwen instead. Then a big robot appears like the Ben's version. For the giant bot, she also uses Diamondhead. When she transforms using her Omnitrix, we see a female Petrosapien for the first time. Just like Ben, she manages to defeat the giant bot with ease. Eventually, everything goes back to normal. There's an episode where Ben tries to mess up with his Omnitrix, but then the dialer unexpectedly pops out. Because of that, Ben's Omnitrix was transforming into fusion aliens. When the Omnitrix turned into Diamondhead, we saw it fuse Diamondhead with gray matter, in which its height is very small but still can shoot the crystals. Shorty Diamondhead were seen. And compared to the power of all these, it was very weak. Next we get to see another Diamondhead which comes in, when both Ben and Gwen travels future, and they meet Ben 10,000, and that future version which had the Diamondhead, his look, was very dangerous yet awesome. He fought Vilgax but lost badly, unable to defeat him. We saw 10,000 Diamondhead not only once. This was 30-year-old Ben 10,000. Later we saw another Ben 10,000, aged 42, in Ben 10 Classic during Ken's birthday, where he gifted him the Omnitrix. Now in this future, Ben did not want to put his son in alien danger, so he keeps some simple aliens in his Omnitrix who are not very powerful. due to which Ben's son gets angry with him, and because of that anger, he goes out. And at that time, he meets Kevin's son Devlin, and he shares all the things that happened with him with Devlin, and when he takes him to Null Void, then it's revealed he's Kevin's son. He betrays Ken to reach the Null Void and gets his dad released from there. The future Kevin fights with the Ken, and after the fight, only then there is an entry of Ben 10,000, who transforms into 10,000 Diamondhead in the middle of it. We saw Diamondhead of this Ben for the first time, whose hair also looks like the previous one. But it loses very badly to Kevin. Diamondhead is not able to survive this future Kevin, because he had the powers of 11,000 of the aliens, while he had the powers of only one alien. That's why he loses. Though in the end he beats Kevin very badly. The next Diamondhead we see isn't in a regular episode, but in a Ben 10 live-action movie. And this was the first live-action movie of Ben 10, and it is seen when all the plumbers are keeping an eye on Ben. But to protect him from getting attacked from Eon, all the plumbers keep an eye on him. Still, Eon gets there, but Ben uses the Diamondhead to fight, and then we saw this awesome Diamondhead. The Diamondhead hits Eon unexpectedly. Since it was crystal, time had no effect on it. Eon soon realized his time power wouldn't affect the crystal, so he escapes. We get to see more Diamondhead in another movie of Ben 10, and that was Ben 10 Destroy All Aliens movie, in which we get to see all the characters in 3D. The first Petrosapien we saw in the movie was Tetrax. Now the look of Tetrax that we get to see at that moment was fine, but the crystal of it looked like plastic. It did not look like crystal from anywhere. He came for other work. However, Asmuth's dad were after him and Ben, so they fight a lot with Asmuth's dad, who eventually understands they are good people. We also see another Petrosapien in that movie, Ben's Diamondhead, who looks the same like plastic. Now friends, look at this diamond. There's no happiness at that level, just a plastic toy moving around. Then, we didn't see Diamondhead for a long time. We saw Diamondhead again after a very long time in Ben 10 Alien Force. Ben had stopped using the Omnitrix for 5 years, and during that time, Diamondhead's DNA was not unlocked. However, we see Diamondhead make an appearance in Alien Force when Vilgax launches an attack on Earth. Ben fights against him, so Kevin suggests hacking the Omnitrix to gain master control, allowing access to all aliens. Like when Asmuth activated the Omnitrix's master control, it granted the ability to transform into any alien without any restrictions. So Kevin tried to hack it. However, when Kevin hacked it, the system overloaded, causing a massive explosion that released a multitude of aliens from the Omnitrix. So he collects all these aliens one by one in one night, then he goes to fight with Vilgax, in which he uses a lot of his aliens, but no alien was able to stand in front of Vilgax, and in the end, he uses Chroma Stone. As soon as he gets the Chroma Stone, Vilgax uses his sword and breaks it into pieces. Everyone thought Vilgax won, but when Siphon gives the Omnitrix to Vilgax, a light comes out, and all the crystals get collected in the Omnitrix. Ben turns into Diamondhead, and we learn that the crystals are Diamondhead. Diamondhead appears in Ben 10 Alien Force unexpectedly. Nobody expected it to happen. Diamondhead starts throwing crystals at Vilgax and got hold of them. How can Diamondhead stand before him while other aliens struggled so much? But friends, he gets the Diamondhead easily all of a sudden and defeats him. He beats him so much that Vilgax had to surrender. When we saw Diamondhead in Alien Force, his look was also different from the previous one. Plus he has a lot of extra crystals in his back, and he also had 2 extra crystals in his chest, which I had never seen with all the Diamondheads before, which was quite impressive. This extra was only in the Alien Force. Also, we get to see so many Petrosapiens appearance of it in Ben 10 Alien Force. Yes, Ben only transforms into one Petrosapien named Diamondhead. But in Ben 10 Alien Force, we see countless Petrosapiens when Tetrax comes searching for sunlight. He uses the Omnitrix to turn Ben into Diamondhead, asking where he is. Ben gets really confused, so Tetrax uses his gun to break Diamondhead, releasing sunlight. He's searching for sunlight because sunlight is such a character that can revive the Petropia planet. And sunlight indeed does that. Some Petrosapiens starts reviving from the planet. Vilgax arrives on Earth searching for sunlight, fights Ben's team and Tetrax multiple times. But due to Kevin's mistake, he learns the location of the sunlight. But when he arrives, most of the crystal's power is used up. So he throws it there, but only his planet revives then. Now, the people there needed to be revived. Ben transforms into Diamondhead, and sunlight gives him a crystal. Ben uses it to revive the Petrosapiens. We see many Petrosapiens, and their planet is restored. Ben revives them through Diamondhead, and later we see another Petrosapien. When Albedo was preparing his Ultimatrix, he added it to Ben's Omnitrix, due to which he got all the aliens' DNA from Ben, so when he transforms into Diamondhead, it looks just like Ben's. Albedo's Diamondhead is similar, with only the eye color changing. After using Diamondhead, he first fought Kevin. Initially, he couldn't defeat Kevin, but by using his brain, he eventually won. Then we had another Ben 10 crossover movie with Generator Rex, called Ben 10 Generator Rex Heroes United. In that we do not see Diamondhead just once, in that we see Diamond many times. Sometimes he fights with him, sometimes he saves him, and sometimes he even helps him. And what we saw of Diamondhead in this movie, if you compare it with our Alien Force and Ultimate Aliens Diamondhead, then we get to see a slight change in his look. If you look closely, you'll also notice slight changes in them. A bit is added to this Petrosapien. Let's check out other Petrosapiens. In Ben 10 Omniverse, there's a new Diamondhead with a very different appearance from the previous one, and this time, its look is completely changed. Now after hearing the Omniverse Diamondhead, you guys must be feeling that maybe now the video ends here. Not at all. There are still so many Diamondheads left. The Petrosapiens I've mentioned were just simple ones. There are still a lot of main ones yet to come. Let me tell you guys about them. In the Omniverse, the Petrosapien of the second dimension appears when Ben enters Dimension 23. Our Prime Ben goes there and battles Azimuth and 7-7, with Tetrax appearing in the middle of the fight. This Tetrax looks very different from the previous one, as this Tetrax has a beard, unlike any previous Tetrax. Plus, this Tetrax is a plumber. So if you see, then you will notice, all these three characters are plumbers, and they are wearing plumber suits. Yes, in this timeline, 7-7 is a very good character who does only good work, and that is why they have kept him among the plumbers. Now this Tetrax of the plumbers that I saw is one of the good guys, but the next Petrosapiens from it is not good at all. We saw that one too in an alternate universe, and we get to see it when both our Bens go to the timeline of this new Ben. Yes, when these people go to the timeline of the Mad Ben, these people start fighting among themselves. Everyone uses their Omnitrix, different aliens, but when this dimension's Mad Ben transforms into Diamondhead, we see its look is quite different and dangerous, which has a lot of spikes covered all over the body, and for this, its look was looking so good. Now not only the look of the dimension of this Ben was good, it had also trapped both the Bens there by using its crystal, and both Bens. They were not even able to use the Omnitrix, meaning you can say that it almost defeated both these Bens together. But just for a while. Only you know what happened next. About that, the next Petrosapien is also seen in another timeline of Ben, and that timeline was the timeline of the Ben 10 reboot, in which we are shown 10-year-old Ben with upgraded Omnitrix. Now the Diamondhead of the reboot timeline that we got to see was very simple like this, but what comes after that is very interesting. Yes, you guessed right. I'm talking about when Ben's Omnitrix was upgraded. After that, when he transforms into Diamondhead, he gains Shockrock's power. This not only boosts his Diamondhead abilities, but also changes his appearance. Now, Diamondhead has a crystal suit and electrokinesis, and in Omni form, it can absorb and transfer energy, even can make some weapons from it. All these abilities unlock near the Diamondhead when it enters Omni-enhanced form. The second Petrosapien we see is Tetrax. Not the old Tetrax, but a different one from another time. A bad Tetrax, who never turns good. From the start, whenever he's come to Earth to meet Ben, it's been for his own gain. It's not like he never helped Ben. He has helped Ben in the reboot. Similarly, when Vilgax also helped Ben. Otherwise, he did not help him in any way. Even till the end of the Ben 10 reboot, we never seen him helping Ben. He even traps Ben with incursions and leaves. So guys, that's why this Tetrax seems the most evil to me. I've seen many Tetrax from various timelines, and this one appears the most sinister. Now, let's discuss the next Petrosapien. It's not just a regular one. This is a mutated Petrosapien. Yes, you're guessing right. I'm referring to the Petrosapien of Antitrix Crystal Fist. Crystal Fist is an alien transformation of Kevin, whose power, if I talk about it, then we haven't seen many changes in its power. Almost as close as the power of this Ben, only we see its color change. Its color looks a little purple. So, if I were to share my personal view, I'd say the diamond head in the reboot seems the simplest to me. I find this crystal face better than the reboot's diamond head. So far, I've discussed almost all Petrosapiens, except the most formidable one, the Petrosapien. I haven't mentioned it yet. Thus, the most powerful Petrosapien here is the last one we saw is Omniverse. It's the most powerful due to its exceptionally hard armor, yes. To clarify, I didn't rank all the Petrosapiens. I showed this one at last, because this one was the last time we saw Diamond Head, so I kept it last. Let's discuss this Diamond Head. Like others, it has the crystal's power, and many extra powers too. Now, this one who has armor doesn't just have one ability, but unlocks multiple abilities, can create crystal slides and transform his arm into a weapon, or even his entire body. He can alter his consciousness too, like when he transferred it to defeat Hex, which makes him almost immortal. So, these were all the details I had to share, and I've informed you about everything from start to finish. Well, I've covered all of them in this single video. Now that the video has concluded, here are my favorite Diamond Heads. First is obviously 10K Diamond Head, then Alien Force and Heroes United Force version. Both are similar with slight difference. The live-action Diamond Head, Mad Ben Diamond Head, Crystal Fist would look better if it had better animation style. So these are my top 5 Diamond Head designs. Comment yours. If you've made it this far in the video, let's return to the initial question I posed to you all at the start of our video. I asked how many Petrosapien are present in this video. So, do comment quickly and let me know the count of Petrosapien in this video. And friends, if you haven't liked it yet, please do so. And tell me in the comments whether I should make start-to-end video on other characters. Comment yes in the comment section. Click on this screen to check that playlist too. Friends, you've watched the entire video and your support is appreciated. Remember to subscribe and press the bell.